Three, two, one. So go back to the club. And that is a quote
I am
from a
so fucking
masterpiece.
frustrated with that one. I thought it was over.
Welcome back to Nefarious Reels. I am not Francis Ford Coppola.
And I am not Robin Williams.
Yep. And we're Nefarious Reels, talking about a couple bad movies once again. And let's just, hop on into
Talking
it
about
with.
them super late because you had to go see the new PTA film, Six
I had.
Billion Battles and 6,000 Cattle.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, we're talking about Jack from 1996, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. And it centers around Jack Powell, who suffers from a very rare genetic condition where his cells grow at 4 times the usual rate, so he ages 4 times faster. And then once he is 10, he looks like a 40-year-old man, and that 40-year-old man is Robin Williams. And because of his condition, his parents decide he should be homeschooled by well-noted good guy Bill Cosby.
Man who can do no wrong, Bill Cosby.
That funny man who just likes to talk about Jello pudding pops should never do anything wrong.
I would trust him with my wife.
I would trust him in a club with drinks.
Yeah. We are 100% serious. This is not a joke. We are 100% serious with what we're saying right now.
We are not doing this in a satirical sense.
No,
Obviously
this
not.
is 100% a serious podcast, and we never joke around, ever.
We never joke. Obviously. But yeah, so obviously with how good of a person Bill Cosby is, he tells Jack's parents that he should go to school, like actually in public. And, Jack goes to school looking like Benjamin Button, but also feels like Billy Madison. And then he just goes to school from there. So, what did you think about this one, Ninjedi?
What I'm thinking is that Coppola, I guess he either really needed the money or the check was just that big. Because, like, damn, this is one of the most generic fucking lame-o feel-good films that I don't know is supposed to be for kids or for adults.
Yeah,
I really don't
I was
know.
about to say that because when you look it up on like IMDb, it says the rating's PG-13, but like the whole look and feel of it it feels like a PG movie, like a movie that, oh yeah, this is something you can take your 10-year-old kids to see Robin Williams basically playing a 10-year-old boy.
See
Yeah, it's
Robin
gonna be
Williams
funny.
as a stapler. And he's about to learn that being a stapler is a lot harder than it looks.
Yep.
Doctor's just like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but your baby boy has a disease where he's gonna grow up and he's gonna become Robin Williams. No!
But that means he'll be funny. So maybe that's actually a positive.
He's gonna grow up, he's gonna start in Flubber. No, not Flubber, no! Oh yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, it's a weird thing because it's like you think it's gonna be for kids, but because it has the gross out humor, but not it's not over the top zany. But then it has like all the adult jokes for like the adults, and like they have that whole bar scene which is played so straight. I don't see how any kid would like find it funny.
So it feels like that movie. It feels like those kind of movies where. Like when it's like those kids movies, where they sneak in the adult joke for the parents and then they're like, it felt like they decided, yeah, we're going to lean in more on that part, but still make it feel like a kids movie. And then you just get this. And then you also get Fran Drescher hitting on Robin Williams and he's supposed to be a 10-year-old kid. And
it's funny because he's pretending to be the principal, but he's really 10 years old. Ooh, oh man. That's not uncomfortable at all. I don't know, something weird because Robin, it tries to be funny, but it's also trying to be serious. So you don't really get a lot of Robin Williams like goofiness. Because I feel like if they let him like play it up like a little more, it could be more. But we want to be more heartfelt. Jack is just like any other children, even though he has a disease that makes him Robin Williams.
It makes him look like Robin Williams much faster than he should be.
Is it mean for me to say that the disease turns you into Robin Williams since he passed away? Is that too mean, or can I keep making that joke? Like, I don't know. Am I gonna get canceled?
I don't know. That's for the internet to decide.
The internet will decide my fate if I like execution by guillotine or firing squad.
I miss Robin. I still miss him. It's been over a decade. I still miss him.
It definitely sucks. It's terrible what happened to him. I don't know. Why couldn't it have been Bill Cosby that died? Wait, is Bill Cosby still alive or did he die?
No, Bill Cosby's still alive.
Why couldn't it have been Bill Cosby that died then? Why couldn't Bill Cosby die when the treehouse collapsed?
After he ate that disgusting concoction of whatever the fuck that was, that actually made me gag.
That was pretty gross.
Like, I actually had to, like, look away from my TV because I was like, oh god. Nope. Can't.
I can't believe they forced the one black guy to eat all that stuff. Interesting.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
And they're all white kids.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Very weird. Almost like it's a power maneuver or something.
I was going to make a joke, and I forgot what it was. It was going to be really funny, I guarantee it. Oh yeah, Bill Cosby enters the treehouse and says, Robin Williams, you said you were going to take me to the club. This wasn't what I had in mind. Now I got all these powders that I can't use now because they're all boys. It's not the same.
They're all fifth graders. I like my adults women.
I like my people at the club to have XX chromosomes. That's a science. That's for the scientists out there that are gonna be listening to this.
That's for those bio majors.
Yeah, that's for all those, which we have many of that listen to us. That's for them.
Yeah,
that's
obviously.
dedicated to you guys.
People that majored in bio, chemistry, physics,
geneticists, all that.
Yeah, exactly. We're a pretty smart person. We're a pretty big smart person podcast.
Yeah, very pro-smart, If we weren't, why else would we recommend Clash in the College? Because it's for only college-educated people.
Mm-hmm.
Do these people who generally listen to us that they have like film majors or something go like, oh yes, I'm getting a new introspective on things. Like they're going to use us as like a learning tool for like how to make movies? That'd be pretty cool. Can I get a shout out if you're doing that in the chat? If you're a film major and you're using us to make better movies, just give us credit.
You just gotta learn. You're just learning about how bad some movies can be, and then you just go, some of these people made movies. I can make one.
I now know what not to do.
That's better. Yeah, make something like 6 billion battles and 6,000 cattle, and not
PTA already did that, so you're gonna have to do something different.
True. Yeah, but don't make something like F the Prom or Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle.
Or any of those 50 Shades of Grey movies.
50 Shades of Grey, The Singing Forest.
Yeah, don't make a really great fucking poster and not deliver on it, you fucker.
And it's like, I think it's our thing now where we need to talk about it and like just release our anger about that, how upset we were about that movie.
Yeah, we have to stop. I feel like we complain about the film a little too much now. People are going to be like, oh, they're doing this bit again?
How about make something that's not like Evil Bong 420 or Evil Bong High 5?
Yeah, there we go. But we should get back to Jack. I will say, I don't think it's devoid of humor. I wasn't bored the whole time. I did think the hospital bit was funny when they have to try to get through security and like the guy just uses a tin man, keeps dumping out his pockets. It's like, I don't have any metal on me. It's like, it's your tin, honey. It's your tin. Or the guy that's dressed as a box of cigarettes and the guy goes, oh, you can't, you have to put that out. And then it was revealed that he's smoking a cigarette.
He was actually smoking. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That made me laugh out loud. That made me go, holy shit, that is the funniest fucking joke ever done.
It's so funny, guys.
So fucking funny. Holy shit. And also, I do like, as much as I've already brought up the bar scene, made it sound like a negative, I actually do like it. I think that's also one of the funnier things. It makes me think of maybe this will work better as like a comedy, like a more mature adult comedy than just trying to be this whatever the fuck mishmash PG
Mm-hmm.
adult PG-13 thing they were trying to go for.
Yeah, it was again, it was one of those where, yeah, the mishmash, like he's just said, is very weird.
You know what? Big. Tom Hanks in Big. I think that's what I'm talking about here. I haven't seen Big, but I know it has the premise of kid becomes an adult and then does adult
Yep,
things. So it could be something like that I'm trying to think of.
I think so. That sounds about right. Yeah, I know I've seen clips of Big, but I haven't seen it fully. I know like a couple scenes and I know the premise, so can't really add on more about that.
Yeah, but the whole thing is basically Jack goes to school and everyone's like, "Oh, you look like an adult and you're weird and you're big and you're dumb and we hate you. Kill yourself." And
In
Jack's like,
Minecraft.
"I'm gonna tell on you." And he's like, "Oh, damn, Robin Williams, snitches get fucking stitches," and they beat the shit out of him.
Yep.
That definitely happens in the movie. It's not until they learn that he's good at basketball because he's big, then he becomes cool. Oh, you can talk now. I said my
Okay,
bit.
yeah, no. I was both like, I wasn't sure. It was both a mixture of, I wasn't sure if you were done talking, and then I was kind of looking at what I wrote down because we're not going like our regular route. We are just kind of going point by point, which isn't bad.
Isn't bad. It's just a thing that there isn't really much to stand out by.
That
Like
is very true
the
too.
main probably like the main thing is that if you ask someone what they who watched Jack said, what do you think about what's the most interesting thing about Jack? They'd probably tell you it's directed by Francis Ford Coppola, not because he
Yep.
has like a magic touch to it, but just because it's not the guy you would expect to direct something like that. Because if you watch that, you're thinking this is just generic
Yep.
comedy that they got Robin Williams to sign on. It was made by some guy, not what
Just
some people
some
consider
guy.
to
It
be one of the
had.
greatest directors ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because again, I know I wrote this down, but I was legitimately asking myself, like, this is the same guy who did The Godfather and Apocalypse Now,
Oh,
Godfather Part
here's a
2.
funny fact for you. This is my first non-Godfather Coppola film, Francis Ford
Oh, wow.
Coppola film.
What a first non Godfather
I was
movie
like,
to.
yeah, I see Francis Ford Coppola decided I'm going to make Jack after the Godfather trilogy. It's like, yeah, Jack is really my next step in my career after that.
Yeah, this is the next best stop on the Francis Ford Coppola
He was just like,
watching.
I only made The Godfather because like I had to. My real inspiration, my real dream film I want to make was Jack, and I'm glad I got to make it. I don't really care about war stuff. I just want to make funny Robin Williams comedies. But yeah, it's
Oh.
not too much. It's just that, he befriends like the kids, like that one kid, and they're like, "Oh, Jack, you're like really cool. We could hang out and do goofy things." And then it just becomes this boring, like, "Oh, funny, haha, kid comedy." Robert Williams doing goofy things, and then Robert Williams is like, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die." And then the film takes
Yeah,
this
and
sudden
then it
sharp
just goes into
turn.
existential crisis mode.
He's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die." And it's just like, "Oh, I guess we're going with this now. Okay."
Oh, okay. And then he becomes Mr. Mopey Pants for like 10 minutes.
He collapses from the stress of getting rejected by his teacher because she's just like, Robin Williams, no, we're not gonna turn this into the plot of That's My Boy. No, we're not
Yeah.
doing that.
I don't care if you look like Robin Williams. You're
I
actually a 10-year-old, and I don't want to be that
Robin Williams, I'm sorry,
teacher.
but I would only have sex with you if you were Adam Sandler. But you're not, so I'm not going to have sex with a
That is
10-year-old
very
boy.
true. Adam Sandler just has that sex appeal.
Yeah,
Especially for
unfortunately.
women like J-Lo.
Yeah, exactly.
Because only Chatham Sandler can get all the hot babes in movies.
Well, yeah, that's when the film turns into your son's going to die because he's aging like super, super fast.
He's aging even faster than expected, and his heart is just not keeping up.
How fast he's going? Well, let's just say if there was a song that would be playing when this was happening, it would be Initial D. It would be gas, gas, gas. Gas, gas, gas. I'm gonna
Because the foot on the gas. I added that line, that lyric.
It was very cool. It fooled me. So the mom's just like, okay, Jack, you're just gonna have to stay home, be homeschooled forever now, because you're gonna die. Yep. You're gonna die one day, Jack, very soon. And naturally, I'm gonna bring the one person.
That's the key.
I'm gonna bring in the one guy that everyone can trust with everything, including their lives, especially when they're asleep.
Yes.
Bill Cosby.
Yes, he's that one guy when you have when you're having trouble sleeping, he'll be there to make sure that you are getting a good night's sleep, you know?
If you're a woman and you're having trouble sleeping and you want some drinks to help you out, you go to Bill Cosby. Was that too much? Was that too far?
That might be a little too
I feel like I'm really treading on thin ice this episode. It's because it's so late because you had to watch 6 billion battles and 6,000 cattle. My brain...
Yeah, but it's also Friday night, so...
It is a Friday night.
I still got some energy.
Yeah. You got the spunk. Yeah, but they come up with a plan. They're just like, if we all just keep bothering his mom and make her super tired, then Jack will have to come out.
Let's annoy the shit out of Mrs. Powell, guys.
Let's
just keep nagging.
We'll give her PTSD. It's like, no, stop! Get out! Ah!
Get out of here!
They keep circling. She collapses on the ground. You hear like the fucking war ring when a massive explosion happens. She's like, Dee! She's looking around. Everything's like blurry. And then Bill Cosby comes and takes her away, so Jack can go play with all his friends.
And then he's like, Jello pudding pop.
In the pudding pops.
Whoopee.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of sex. There's a lot of boner jokes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have Robin Williams with the bread between his legs, like, "Oh, I'm so excited and happy," and then you got the kids going like, "Wait, have you gotten a boner, Robin Williams?" Which, you know, great for the kids that are going in here.
Exactly.
That you're sneaking in.
It's great for the children. Because that's what I would want to hear as jokes when, you know, it's about a person that is aging really fast by 4 times the speed, and, you know, you want to learn stuff. It's
Jack
just
is
goofy,
aging so fast,
funny.
He's gonna turn into a fucking Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights, and then he'll go, Eleanor!
Basically.
He is super into basketball. He could do that when he's older. He's like, at the end when he's at the graduate, I just have one thing to say. That's a technical foul.
Now that would be a twist.
Becomes like a musical. Adam Sandler shows up. That's right, I was here the whole time. No, his friend, he grows up to become Adam Sandler, graduating in high school. He's just like, that's a technical foul. That could be a song. Jack is like the biopic to the creation of 8 Crazy Nights. That's the scene where Adam Sandler goes, Eureka! That's what this movie needs!
Crazy.
Jack just goes, those times were really 8 crazy nights. Say that again.
Say that again?
I know the name of the movie I'm gonna make. The movie I'm gonna star in. 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah, those 8 nights were sure crazy.
Say that again?
Let's...
I like the bar scene. I think that's the funniest scene in the whole movie, because that's kind of where it hits the, because I'm an adult, so I laugh at the funny adult things, like, he spits out the alcohol.
The sad divorced man talking about how much... Wait, what? Was he divorced? I don't. That one guy.
Yeah, he was super divorced. He's like, you get
he
old,
was divorced, and then he's like, man,
you lose your hair.
You've been single your whole life. You've never been married. Pretty based, man.
Oh, that's pretty fucking epic. And then he dabs. He's like, you lose your hair, goes on your back, out of your ears, out of your nose, your eyebrows. You get all Funky Kong.
You turn into Funky Kong. The coolest Kong.
FK. Funky Kong. FK. You either die a Funky Kong or you live long enough to become a Chunky Kong.
Perfect.
Yeah, but you have the fucking fight scene at the bar where he slings the fucking insults the kids used on the guy who's being an asshole.
Oh yeah.
You have him ordering a Shirley Temple.
Smack talk.
You have him
Loser
ordering it.
Say what?
Yeah. What? Ayo, loser!
Hey,
Loser, you're a loser! Kill yourself!
In Minecraft.
Yeah, in Minecraft.
Yep.
Bill Cosby shows up and he's just like, hey, ladies, who wants a drink? On me.
It's free.
It's
I totally did not put anything else in this.
definitely not. The pudding pops.
Just winks.
Yeah, it winks at the camera. And they go, oh, Bill Cosby, you can do no wrong.
Oh, Bill. Just what a character, man.
He's a real character. He's a real character.
He's everyone's favorite grandpa. Oh, man.
And then Jack gets arrested, and he's given, like, his thing. He's like, where's my pogger? My totally cool pogger. And the police officer's like, fuck.
He's like,
okay, fine, here.
Now I gotta go in jail for stealing.
Once again, the corruption of the police force shows no bounds. They'd even rob from a 10-year-old child. Disgusting.
They will rob because he wanted the poggers. That just shows you how valuable they were back in 1996.
This is Francis Ford Coppola's... fucking... Damn it, I lost the joke. This is Francis Ford Coppola deeper messaging about police brutality and, like, the lengths that they'll go to get what they want.
Just the malpractice of the police force.
Yeah.
So this is a very... Besides, like, you know, the whole idea about, you know, aging and, you know, having that youth inside of you as a kid, yeah, there's a more deeper message about the police force. Way to go, Francis. Thank
Where
you.
was the police force when that first treehouse tower fell?
Oh. Huh. No ambulance, no firefighters. Again, very suspicious.
Bill Cosby can't melt treehouse beams. I'm just saying, you know, it's a little suspicious.
It's very suspicious that he can't, but maybe he just didn't want to reveal that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's just kind of this bland, uninteresting film that you probably wouldn't really watch unless you're like, oh, I'm watching all of Francis Ford Coppola films. It looks the most out of place. Like, people who want to watch all of Coppola's filmography probably goes, I'm going to do it. And they look at it and they see Jack and they go, fuck.
And you're like, wait, what? This is a movie he
Listen,
did?
you're not a real Coppola fan if you haven't watched Jack, okay?
Exactly.
If you're a fake fan, get out. You're out of the fan club.
It is important to the Francis Ford Coppola lore.
Yeah.
I mean, also at the end, he also did credit it to his son Gio, who passed in, was it the 80s? Because it talks about, like, the line that Jack, I think, mentioned during his valedictorian speech in their high school graduation.
Where he's like, I'm old and I'm gonna die.
He really also brought, oh my god. He also brings it around with the term senior.
Because I get it.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, but I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Where did I see that? Fuck. Think about something else. I'm trying to figure out where I saw this again. I swear it was
okay, why the fuck is there fucking high school graduation in, like, fucking this, like, pavilion in, like, fucking Greece or wherever the fuck they are?
I don't know.
Like, I'm like, why isn't this
weird.
just, like, on a field of a high school? Did, like, Francis Ford Coppola's like, fuck it, let's just shoot in my Greek villa because I'm fucking, I don't want to go anywhere else.
It was odd. It felt like, oh, this is just like the movie thing, because, you know, they're in the Bay Area, so they gotta be more fancy with where their high school graduation ceremonies are, so we'll do it out in this spot. look elitist.
Yeah. I just want to note when Robin Williams tries to jump into the car, I thought the film was gonna end with him falling and like breaking his hip or like dying. That's how he doesn't die of old
Wow.
age. He just dies. He just falls out of the car and dies.
He just breaks a hip
He
and
goes,
then he's like, "Oh,
oh,
I'm going."
oh! It's like the ending of like a fucking scary movie or something where like someone gets their like ass kicked at the end.
Okay, I did find it. Yes, it was. Let's see, Rapide. Oh yeah, here in the production section of the Wikipedia page, it says Coppola in particular saw parallels between the isolation and loneliness that Jack's rapid aging caused on his own childhood experience with polio, as well as the grief over the short life of his son Giancarlo Gio Coppola, to whom he dedicated the film.
Oh.
So
Well,
I mean,
now,
it's like
great. Now I feel bad because I was fucking making fun of it.
At the same time, it was a little weird how the message was being brought on screen.
Also, Francis Ford Coppola apparently he had polio, so learn something new
That
every
also
day.
sucks.
Yeah, sucks to suck. Have a better immune system next time, Coppola. How about that?
Yes, that's where I was going with that.
Definitely. Look, I'm just saying what we're all thinking here. But yeah, well, we got like less than a minute until we've somehow stretched Jack into the 30-minute mark, so we should keep talking about it a little more. Let's. I don't know. So I can't really think of much else to say. It's just a very unfunny family film, I guess. That without it having the
Family
Coppola
film
name on it
quotations?
or Robin Williams' name on it, I don't think people would remember it nearly as much.
Yeah, it definitely would have been a little more drop in the pan if. Yeah, it would have been forgotten about a lot more if, Coppola's name wasn't attached to this.
Do you think if Francis Ford Coppola didn't direct this film that we would ever recommend Jack?
It upped the chances a lot more, is what I would say. I mean, we probably would have found it somewhere in like these obscure kids movies, but the whole idea that, again, it was directed by a master in the craft of filmmaking just makes it even more interesting as to what is this. And that's how this recommendation came to be.
All right. What a touching way to end the Jack discussion if we want to end it right there.
Sure. I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, I don't have much
for
else
a movie
to say
that didn't
either.
have a lot going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's move on to your modern pick, Ninjedi. Take it away.
Right, speaking of random films that make you go, what the fuck is this? I recommended 2006's Summer School, which is like an anthology film. It's about this guy. I think his name's Charles, but people call him Upchuck. That's the only name I remember because I don't remember anyone calling him Charles. I just remember the two guys saying, "Hey, Upchuck." But yeah, he's a guy. He watched a ton of horror films the night before he goes to attend summer school, and something spooky, scary happens, and it seems he's kind of stuck dealing with the nightmares, and he deals with like at least 6 nightmares. And we get to see how those unfold. Cole, what'd you think of Summer School?
It was honestly one of the more interesting takes on an anthology movie because it doesn't do like, the usual anthology thing where you see like a title pop up and then it's just like, oh, so this is the title for this one. It just kind of, it goes from dream to dream, which for a second gets a little bit old because it happens like after like the third one you're like, okay, so it's literally like Inception where he's like, it's a dream within a dream within a dream and so on and so forth. But it's got some interesting stories to it, and I guess it does tie into the horror movies that our main guy watches. Oh,
yeah,
there's a lot of
ties
different
into
scenarios
like
going on in the school.
It ties into 6 different genres. I'll go because I'm sure you're probably interested to hear how I stumbled upon this.
Yes,
film.
I actually do want to know how you found about this
Okay, so the
film.
lore is there's this YouTube channel you might have heard called Brutal Moose, and he watches with another guy, and they talked about it, and it triggered enough to pick up a DVD copy of it at the time.
Hmm.
But I never like this is pre. Excuse me. This was, I believe, pre Nefarious Reels. So like I picked this up out of like intrigue, and then I didn't have it, and then October rolled around, and I was like, oh shit, I should recommend a horror film because this is gonna fall on the 1st of October. And I was kind of looking through my watch list, and I saw Summer School, and I went, oh yeah, I own this on DVD. This could be kind of neat to check out because I know Cole doesn't know this film fucking exists, so why not? And also because Mike P. Nelson, the thing that tipped it into recommending it was Mike P. Nelson, one of the directors. Yeah, he's directing the new Silent Night, Deadly Night film that's coming out in December. So it's like, well, now I fucking gotta.
Huh.
He also,
he also did do a VHS 85 sketch too.
yeah, I looked it up. I'll tell you everything he's direct. No, I'll have you guess because I don't think you looked. But yeah, Mike P. Nelson for
Fuck,
VHS 85, he directed 2 segments. He did the one with the people at the lake, and then the follow-up to that segment with the people at the house.
Oh, that like the cult initiation video.
Yeah, it's the one when they were at the lake, and then the family.
Those ones I kind of liked.
I wasn't the biggest fan of those ones.
I don't even remember where I put them in the ranking of.
I don't have mine up. I'd have to check. Oh, but yeah, VHS Halloween's coming out though, so big hype for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the list for Halloween.
Yeah, we got
Spooktober
fucking
movies this year.
adult babies. Let's go.
I actually did not watch the main trailer yet, but
oh yeah, well,
I believe you.
Yeah, they're in there. Yeah, he directed that. Here, I'll let you guess. Guess which segment do you think Mike P. Nelson? I'll go. I think because they go over it in the trailer at the end credits, which is actually kind of neat. They're like school drawing animations. But
yeah,
if I remember,
that was a fun way to present the stories.
Yeah, this like to kind of present who directed what and everything. Let's see if I remember correctly. It's Cult, the Monsters, Nazi, Vampires. I think it's Hillbilly and Slasher. Those are like the 6 main segments, and then there's the bookends. Which segment do you think? Because Mike P. Nelson only directed 1 segment. Which one do you think it is?
Oh God, I know. I was looking at him. Oh, I want to say it was Cult.
No, it was the Hillbilly one. That's the one he directed.
Damn it.
So,
okay, yeah, I looked through the sketches. Yeah, he did direct my favorite segment from '85, which was the Dream Kill one. So
no, he didn't do the Dream Kill one in '85.
No, fuck. God
no,
damn it.
The one he directed was the one with the people at the lake, and then the follow-up one with the family.
Yeah, it was the lake one.
It's the lake one, and then it's the one where and he does the follow-up one with the family that's celebrating something. Don't want to spoil it for people, but yeah,
No Wake. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Wake.
I feel like we can just start with just talking about probably the bookends or introduction to the character. There's a little Easter egg. There's a Mike P. Nelson Easter egg where the film on top of the pile that he grabs, the GI one, that's a short film that Mike P. Nelson directed.
Oh,
which
nice.
Might have been on the Summer School DVD. I got off side tangent, but fucking the Summer School DVD menus are like so fucking good because it's like a notebook. Like it's a student that opens the notebook and there's like the drawings of like a bunch of cool drawings of the stuff that are related to the film. And there's like the options or like the writing, and there's actually little secret ones you can choose, options that you don't see. Like there's one section that says Summer School then sucks, but if you move your remote correctly, the arrow key on the remote in the correct direction, it'll actually choose the sucks and it'll play like a blooper reel. Or if you go like if you go to or you go to special features, you can adjust it where you can go into there's like a little diagram of like a body cut open, and if you can hover over its heart, and then it'll take you to an audition scene between the main character and the girl doing their little like basketball romance scene with their audition. And that's kind of cool. And it's like the motion when it switches menus is the guy, like the hand, like opening like to a new page with a different drawing, or how like the scene select is literally him opening up a notebook to like where photographs are, and then he takes the photographs and he like lays them all out for all the different scenes. It's actually like really fucking cool, actually. So like, yeah, if you want to watch Summer School, just get the DVD so you can experience the really, really fucking cool DVD menus.
Special features and
like, you know those cheapo fucking DVDs you'll buy? They'll be like special features, and one of them will be like DVD menu. Like this one's like a legitimately the DVD menu is actually a special feature.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, we get introduced to Charles. He's going to summer school just because he wants to cover physics and get that out of the way. He rides on rollerblades, so you know he's fucking cool. You know he's really cool because he threw an apple core behind him and it landed right into the trash can without him looking. Which, a fun fact, took a ton of extra attempts because literally the first like minute or two of bloopers are just him throwing the apple behind him and just missing completely and splattering apple chunks everywhere.
Nice.
Pretty great. Yeah, it's there we get to meet our kind of a chunk of characters because there are a number of students, but the main important ones are Dennis and Steve, who are these two like kind of loser goofball guys. There's Lindsay, which is like his crush. There's also the teacher, and there's a police officer there to make sure that Dennis and Steve actually fucking go to summer school because they committed some vandalism.
Yeah, some vandalism on the principal's car. And then Charles is there because he just wants to get physics done.
Yeah.
Because he's just a cool dude.
He's just kind of a nerd.
Yeah, he's kind of a dweeb, but it was kind of sick how he was rollerblading on into class like a total Chad.
It's a foreshadow what happens at the end of the movie. Ooh,
exactly.
You're to look forward to when we mention that. But that's all just set up to all our characters and stuff. And more importantly, it does kind of lead us into our first dream. I just like get through that and we get into our first kind of dream section, number 1, which is fucking Colt. Because he goes off to the bathroom, he gets the hall pass, which is just a fucking wooden doorstop. And he plays basketball with Lindsay, but then basically just kind of like, oh, follow me, come on, let's go get some food. It's like, no, Charles, don't do it. Don't fall for that horror thought.
Don't go for the free food. It'll just lead you down bad paths.
No, you have to wait before marriage, Charles. You can't do that.
But you have to wait till marriage to steal the food from your high school lunchroom.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did not listen to the thoughts. He did not listen to Jesus, because this is a Christian school, technically. And basically, he pays the price for it, because he gets knocked out by Lindsay, where everyone basically tortures him. They fucking rip off the fucking head of a chicken to pour blood on him. They fucking slit his like leg muscles and his arms. They use him
as a sacrifice.
They're like, we wanted you to be part of our cult, but then we learned how to sacrifice you, and like, them's the breaks. And he's like, what? Yep. No, why? You jerks. Why you gotta be like that, man? Come on.
Very lame. And for a sec, I didn't even realize when I was watching it, I didn't realize it was going to be an anthology. And I was like, God damn it, cults again. I can't escape horror movies with cults.
Nope, never. But that was just one segment.
And I was like, oh, it is a little anthology. So
I was like, okay, I could have been able to figure out if they used a real chicken or not. They might have mentioned it in one of the commentary tracks. I didn't listen to it, unfortunately. But like, if they did, that would have been pretty cool, but, I have no idea. I just want to mention that I really like the location of the school. It's really weird because it feels like it's shot at, like, 2 different schools. Because there's sections where the hallways are, like, really wide, like, on the bottom floor, but they go upstairs, and then it feels, like, a lot tighter. It kind of gives that weird, like, in a sense, like, that dreamlike kind of feel like it's familiar, but it doesn't feel quite right when he runs into, like, a different floor or something, or goes, like, to a different room, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely... They did a good job getting that high school vibe, because I do remember some hallways were a lot more, well, depending on the time of day, wider than others. It just depended on when class was out or just when during class you were just walking around, because it just, you could be going to the bathroom, with the pass, but you could also just be
You just go play basketball
trying to
for an hour.
squeezing through everybody because you're almost late to your class that you have to start, and you got a test that day. So
Yeah, I do want to add though, a part of maybe why I feel that way with the location might just because when I went to high school, it was like everything was just outside, so that we were never really walking in hallways or anything. So like I'm not
ugh.
like it's just something I'm not used to at all.
Yeah, where I went, yeah, it was mainly hallways. So
Also, you might like this, but 2 of the 3 listed locations for shooting was in Wisconsin.
yes, I saw in like western Wisconsin. So
You stood up and clap. You're like, yeah, I
yes, I
live
was
there.
like,
I live
hell
in
yeah,
Wisconsin.
Midwest movie.
These were
I'm
your people. This
excited.
is your film.
This movie speaks to me. They're from the Midwest. It was shot in the Midwest. I live in the
You're
Midwest,
like, whoa,
and
Charles is literally me. He's in the Midwest. He watches movie, and he was in a
exactly,
high school that was crowded.
and I like horror movies.
I too have dreams where I fucking throw a wooden wood stop on my friends and then fucking drop kick it into his chest.
Yeah, but it is primarily Minnesota, but it's like areas that I've definitely been to in Minnesota. So,
It was very
pretty
familiar to
familiar.
you.
Yep. I got family up there, so
Is one of them one of the directors of summer school?
no. That would have been kind of cool if so, but sadly not.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's Mike P. Nelson.
Yeah, Mike P. You're the one who's like, Mike P. You have to direct the new Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. You have to. He's like, okay, Cole, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, I've been hiding it this whole time.
You gotta get Mike P. Nelson on our podcast. Overall, the cult segment, it's all right. Not too much in terms of scariness. It's just basically him being
It's
led around
typical
because
cult
he's
stuff.
thinking with his penis and he pays for the price for it.
Yep, that's what happens when you think with your dick and not your head.
They're like, this is what happens when you don't choose sex over Jesus, Charles. This is not why you have to die.
Exactly.
Should accepted Jesus as your Lord and Savior, Charles. Now you have to die for it.
Very much a shame.
Yeah, but after he gets killed by the cult, we lead into our next segment, which is my personal favorite, the monsters segment. This is where I feel like they get the most and scary. This is where it tries the most in being like really scary in my mind.
Mm-hmm. You got TF, you got furries.
You got spider creatures.
Yes, you got Spider-Man.
You get like some cool gore effects. Okay, now that we're talking about the monsters, let's get into the next segment now.
That's all we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, but no, the next segment's pretty cool. There's so much fucking good stuff in this segment. Like when he goes out the hallway and you see down the hall and there's something sticking out the end of it that you can't really tell for sure. Like I had to rewind back to go like, wait, was there something fucking there? When he calls out, he's like, hey, are you okay down there? I had to like, wait, was there something off? And then you see that like the hand sticking out that's hard to tell. And then when it follows him when he's walking, and then you see the blood splatter on the ceiling that you can like miss if you're not paying attention when he's walking because he's moving really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much good shit. Like that jump scare when the monster shows up in the window. Like normally that'd be like really fucking stupid, but it actually got me. Like when I was watching it, because there was such like that perfect like escalation. Because he sees the body, he freaks out, he then tries to go to the. I don't know. I think he backs into the locker, and then like the hand kind of goes over him and catches him off guard.
I think so.
And then when he goes to run into the classroom, and then just it just moves into the window and then disappears, and like that genuinely got me. I'm like Charlie in that fucking Smiley Friends video. Is like, oh my god, I did not I did not expect that. That actually that scared me. That scared me a little. That was me when that happened. There's just so much good stuff. You have the TF. You have one of the guys just like turns into a partial spider creature.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, you have them. He runs into Steve, I think, and they have to like sneak around. He's like, "Dude, you've been bitten. I'm gonna have to kill you. I gotta cut off the arm. You're gonna transform." Which is what ends up happening because his arm is a transform. Or that there's that really great scene when they open the locker, and then you can see in the background one of the spider things are poking down from the tiles before going back up. When they try to say, "Oh, it's so good." Like, I was like, man, I hope this was fucking what was the guy? I hope this is Mike P. Nelson who directed this segment. Yeah, I was like, I hope he directed this segment because he did. This gives me hope for Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. But he didn't, unfortunately. He directed one of the later ones. But there's just a ton of good stuff. I kind of like the arm fur on it is a little silly, but it makes up for it when he's like fucking cutting it out with the knife that he has.
Gotta remove that skin so you don't
turn into a furry.
Go Spider-Man.
You don't become his Spider-Man's evil twin, Man Spider.
Man, yes. You don't want to become man. You don't want to become the bad Spider-Man, Man Spider. It'll be a damn shame if that happened.
That would really suck. But that doesn't happen. He just gets murdered normally. I don't know. It's just a really good sketch, just all around, really. Do you have anything you want to add to the monsters?
I'm seeing what else I had. Humanoid. I mean, that's like all I wrote down. I literally just said humanoid spiders, and then just talk about how it's like Inception with the dreams, but great creature design for the spiders too. Like they added the eyes, they got the face down.
I'll admit, I think the costume
makes
for
it feel uncomfortable.
It's a little silly looking, but like I give it a pass. I think it did everything.
But it's
so
like
well.
It's a low budget horror.
Yeah, you have to let it slide. You have to give them a little bit of leeway.
Just give it a little pass. Give it some slack. Like they tried.
Yeah, but they really give it all. I appreciate it. Honestly, if there's one fatal flaw with the monsters, it kind of like makes the rest of the segments a little less interesting. Honestly,
it does get a little. I don't want to say fully downhill after the monsters one, but it's like once, obviously it just keeps going on that like all of these are dreams. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's kind of overstaying the welcome just a little bit.
Yeah, I think they don't get nearly as kind of freaky with it. Like, that's a question we can ask at the end. What order would you have put the segments if you could put it in which order you wanted them to go in?
Yeah, we can think about that later.
Yeah, I think we can do that after our discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next segment is next one is Nazi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so next segment,
where the security guard and the teacher are apparently some part of Nazi death cult.
Yeah, this is the school shooter dream, so got that going.
Weird to think about. Especially in 2006, I know Columbine was already a thing, but still, it's just like, oh, great.
Maybe they're like, fuck, we can't do our school shooting segment. Let's make it a Nazi thing, and we can get away with it. But yeah, the first segment was like culty horror film. Second segment was monster horror. Third film is like Nazi exploitation horror kind of films,
Yep.
And basically that whole time is just them being kind of like hunted around by the cop who's a Nazi. They have a full Nazi uniform and everything. They're like, okay, we just need a Nazi uniform. The actor was like, oh, I already have my own at home.
No one asked any reason why they had that. They were like, huh?
Okay, good.
That's what I thought.
They're like, okay, good, because I think the one I have at my home might be too small for you. So this works out that you already have your own.
This works out perfectly.
Yeah, to give it credit, this one's definitely, I think, one of the less interesting ones because it is mainly just them walking around avoiding the guy until kind of the main confrontation. Though I do like some of the shots. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of them is usually when they're hiding, it's up close, and then the teacher will be, like, far away, and he's going to be, like, he walks towards them where they're hiding, and you kind of think, is he going to, like, go around the corner, or is he going to go off into one of the side rooms? There is a bit of tension from that, but It's mainly them just kind of sneaking around. I do find it funny where he enters, like, a classroom, and they follow him, and now they're in, like, some underground basement dungeon thing, which kind of connects back into the weird kind of dreamlike world they're in the school with how like things feel like they shouldn't be there even though they are. Oh yeah, and Charles is a fucking asshole because like the guy he's with is like, we gotta get out of here. He's like, no, we need to save Lindsay. I'm not leaving until we save the girl I have a crush on.
Fuck you.
It's like, dude, this guy's a fucking gun and you have a fucking pocket knife.
It was Steve. Steve was the bigger guy, right?
I don't remember.
And then
They're
who's
both the
other
same.
guy?
I think it says it on actually Letterboxd. It's Dennis and Steve.
I think it was Dennis.
I think Dennis is the bigger guy and Steve is the skinny guy.
I think Steve was the bigger guy, and then it was Dennis. Dennis was like the more punk-looking dude.
If there is only a way we can say, okay, so actually, I just clicked the link. I think Tony Steve is the bigger guy because you know he looks exactly like an adult version of the guy in that movie. Oh, yo, the guy who plays Steve, he was in the fucking classic film Christian Mingle, released in 2014.
Ugh, a certified banger hood classic.
I gotta see, did Charles star in anything big? No, this is Charles' only film. He is like, I started my magnum opus, I'm out of here.
He peaked, and then he said, I'm out, guys, peace.
I made the peak, I do not need to be here anymore. Lindsay, the person who stars as Lindsay, had the same thing. Lance starred in the GI short that I told you about earlier.
Okay, that Mike P. Nelson short. All right.
The officer who plays the Nazi in the segment we're talking about, nope, he's only in summer school. The lady who plays the teacher Nazi, she's got a bunch of listed credits. The thing she's most known for is being in Casper, A Spirited Beginning. Oh, she was also in a film called The Bitch That Cried Wolf. Yeah, you know Casper, the friendly ghost.
Yeah. No, that's why I was shocked. I was like, huh.
She was also in The Bitch That Cried Wolf, so you know she's in some peak. And one more credit, Mike P. Nelson, who plays a lot of the monsters. Well, he starred in his own directed movie, The Domestics.
Domestics?
The Domestics.
Oh, The Domestics. Okay.
Wow, he didn't star in fucking the VHS film that he directed or Silent Night, Deadly Night? I'm telling you, dude, your fucking relative's kind of a lame-o. I'm gonna be honest here.
My fake relative?
Your fake relative's a real lame-o. Mike P. Nelson. But yeah, I think the segment definitely picks up in the confrontation because he gets stabbed in the fucking eye. And then he gets shot in the fucking kneecaps before he gets fucking murdered, which is pretty epic. He's like, oh, owie, oh, that hurt, ow, why'd you do that?
Ouch.
I used that eye to see. Why'd you stab me there? Owie, That's what he sounds like all the time in the movie. But yeah, it's a fine segment, not really great or anything, but you know,
it's whatever.
It is what it is.
It's like it's a perfect, just you know, meh, not bad, not good, just it's there.
Yeah. Next is the fourth. Oh, sorry. You can finish your thoughts on Nazi.
Fuck Nazis.
Would have been a lot better if there was some Nazi gay sex in it, but we just can't get anything that we fucking want in this.
No, we can never get what we want in these movies. This is why we have to write all of these.
Yeah, that's why we have to put in the work to make these movies ourselves.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know, maybe we can get David Ducato to direct. He would make a gay Nazi movie for us.
Oh, he would. It would just be everyone in their tidy whities.
Yeah, because he's based like that. He's an auteur of his craft. Anyways, next segment.
Speaking of David Ducato, vampires.
Yeah, vampires.
Was the next segment.
Yeah, vampires, baby. This is,
no stepbrothers in this one, unfortunately, and I don't remember anything about gaining prospects towards women.
Are you sure? I think Charles did a pretty good job until he got killed.
Yeah, I mean, he does get killed like an idiot.
Yeah, but I think this is the funniest one. This is where they kind of get more comedic because they're just like, okay, we're just doing vampires, so fuck it. Let's just rip off Blade here. And I think there is kind of thing as like, okay, Charles usually is on like the receiving end. Let's make Charles kind of a badass. Let's have him be able to successfully fucking kill his friends with like a fucking chunk of a ruler and like the fucking hall pass. And I gotta admit, they really commit to the bit behind the scenes. Like, when the Steve, the big guy, gets like thrown onto the desk and rolls off it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a little behind the scenes like montage, and in that they have him literally just jump onto the desk to roll off it, pretty much to crash into shit.
Cool.
Like, which happens like multiple. There's a lot of scenes where they're just like actively like throwing themselves like off the stairs and stuff. And yeah, there's like a map below for them to fall on, but like they're giving it their fucking all in this. So like, yeah, props to that. But yeah, this one, fucking Charles, he fucking stabbed fucking line where Charles stabs Steve with a broken ruler. He's like, "Are you fucking stupid? If you were paying attention in chemistry, you would know." And he pulls out the ruler that the heart is right here. And he's like, "Thanks," and he fucking punches the ruler and kills Steve with it. And yeah, and it's biology, bitch.
See, this is why we have a very scientific crowd, because they knew about summer school and this mix-up.
They're just like, they better fucking bring up the fucking heart scene from the vampire segment, or I'm gonna be very upset and I'm gonna subscribe.
Exactly.
And he kills Steve. He kills Dennis with the hall pass. He fucking throws it like a goddamn football, and he grabs it. But then, like, Dennis grabs it. How nice try. But then Steve's just like, "Thanks for holding it." And then Charles like, "Thanks for holding it, bitch." And he just a fucking jumping drop kick on the fucking hall pass and fucking kills Dennis like that. But unfortunately, he's a fucking idiot, and he gets swooned by Vampire Queen Lindsay. Fucking dumb
because
whore.
she's just so hot, you know? She's basically a seductress. She's a succubus.
To be fair, he did try to kill her with the pencil, but like, dude, come on, man. You could do fucking better. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Hot vampire. God damn, man.
Very shameful. I mean, if he actually paid attention to those horror movies and probably wasn't sleep deprived, he would have known. He should have known. But shame enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Pretty cringe, not gonna lie.
Everyone that watches vampires knows.
You
don't fall for the seductress girl vampire.
Don't fall for the hot vampire. That should be the first one you should be killing just to get it out of the way.
Exactly.
Like, the fucking sister in My Stepbrother is a Vampire would have solved her problem really quickly if she just killed Victor right from the start instead of just dancing around it.
But he's like my new stepbrother. Like, I can't kill him. I barely know him, though. But he is my stepbrother.
He's pretty hot.
He's hot. He's very cool with the... He's very popular with the boys.
I want you to pat your head and rub your tummy. And spin around. It's that easy. Yeah, but unfortunately, Charles was too busy walking in a circle, patting his head as rubbing his tummy, and he gets fucking murdered. And cuts into our fifth segment, the hillbilly one, which to me is the weakest segment. Because in this one, Charles leaves the school, gets teleported into the woods where there's a cabin, where then he gets annoyed by a hillbilly, which he kills, and then some other hillbilly shows up and he kills one of them.
Hillbilly brothers.
And instead of letting them leave when they're about to go out hunting, he just kills one of them, and then he gets
like a genius.
Yeah. And then he basically gets killed by the other brother instead. He gets killed by the other brother, in fact, 2 times. Because the dream that follows it is one of those super fast dreams where you only have a dream for like 30 seconds before you fucking get killed. By the same redneck guy.
Yeah. And then he's like, back into school, and he's like, "Hey, friend, there was a dream I had about a hillbilly," and that hillbilly said, "What?"
What? And he's like, "Ah, loser, loser!" And then Robin Williams shows up. "You're a loser. You're a loser. Kill yourself." And then Charles
How?
does that, and then he wakes up. He wakes up in his next dream.
Yep.
Yeah, this one was just the weakest to me, because it's the only one that doesn't take place in the school. I think the only good part I like about it.
Weird that it didn't take place in the school, and for a sec, I was like, wait, so was this cabin behind the school the whole time? And then you mentioned the teleporting. I was like, oh yeah, that does make a little more sense.
That's like the best part, where
But
he
still
leaves
weird.
the school and all of a sudden he's like no longer there on school grounds. He's now just in this forest. And then when he runs away, he magically ends up back at the school. That's like kind of the best part for me, because other than that, I feel like they really watered down the hillbilly horror aspect. Like they kind of want to do kind of like a fucking I Spit on Your Grave-esque thing, where like the
I was thinking
hillbillies
like,
trying
I
to
spit
like
on your
assault
grave,
them
or
in a
last
way.
house on the left kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's just a guy going like,
One of
take off
those.
your shirt, you fucking dumb, stupid guy. But then he just stabs
Shitty
the neck with a
boy,
pencil
with your
a bunch of
shitty
times.
clothes.
I did get a visceral reaction of the guy just dragging that fucking dead deer carcass, which I think is real. I have no idea, but I was like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. They just have a fucking, like, dead deer just on hand.
This is the Midwest. It's hunting grounds.
Cole, do you just have, like, a dead deer that you just drag around on an occasion?
I don't hunt, so...
Have you ever hunted?
Nope.
Huh.
My dad has.
But, like, he was like, you had no interest, so he didn't take you?
Yeah. I was never that, like, eh.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. Now I know. I just assumed you hunted all the time. That was... Because, like, what else do you have to do out there in the Midwest, you know?
Corn.
Oh, so you're like, Dad, I don't want to hunt. I want to be a corn shucker. No son of mine's gonna shuck corn. And then eventually he comes around, you have a real heart-to-heart. That should have been the film that Francis Ford Coppola should have made. But yeah, it just doesn't really go that far. And then when it, like, he kills that one hillbilly, then it's just like, oh, we have to kill the other one, and we gotta find him. And then it's just like a pointless chase. They run around, fucking... Charles gets shot in the school, and then he gets killed, and that's really it. And then he gets killed again, like, a minute later. Not really much to say about it, which is surprising, because this is kind of the director... This is probably the directors whose segment we're probably most interested in, since he was directing the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake, I feel like. And this is kind of the least interesting one, honestly.
It definitely did drag a bit, especially when it, like, continues the chase. You're just like...
I'm waiting
What's
for
going on?
the music to play, you know, da 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 da.
Benny Hill.
Yep, Benny Hill, baby. That's what you're waiting for. Then it becomes a comedy. We can just move on to the final one, which is the slasher, which is also probably really interesting too, because this is one where Charles just McFrickin' loses it. He's like, because at this point, this is like his like seventh.
He becomes the Joker.
Yeah, he goes full Joker because like, this is just all a dream, and I can just do whatever I want. And he decides that, yeah, I'm just gonna murder everyone. That's what I kind of want to do. I'm a murderer kind of guy now.
We live in a society.
Yeah, he's like, first I'm gonna steal Steve's knife and I'm gonna kill him. And then Dennis is all just like, haha, yeah, I'm gonna leave you behind, you psycho. And then he's just like, no, I'm gonna throw my knife and kill you. Charles becomes Jeff the Killer. He's like, I'm Jeff the Killer, I'm gonna Jeff the kill you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because he's like, go to sleep. When I wake up, you'll just be fine. Oh god, one of the funniest, unintentionally funniest bits is when he's just like, Lindsay, would you ever go out with me? And then she goes, oh, well, Charles, I mean, you are a neat guy. Like, not even a nice guy. You're just kind of neat, I guess. Like, is he a nice guy? No, I don't think I can say that. Neat? Yeah, that describes you more.
Neat sounds great.
You're a neat guy. You're not a nice guy. Like, god damn, Charles, what the fuck did you do? But yeah, he just murders the fuck out of everyone until he gets confronted by the cop. He's just like, don't you understand? I'm the main character. I get to see things from the antagonist perspective. I can do whatever I want because it's all a dream. I get to
be a bad guy.
Oh yeah, the whole reason why he does that, he goes to Steve. He's like, Steve, pinch me. Just pinch me, dude. Just pinch me. And then I guess it didn't hurt that much. He's like, oh, okay, it's a dream. I can just kill everyone now.
Yeah, this is the only time I can allow it to kill without it suffering
It
consequences.
reminds you of that Joel Haver video where he just like he wakes up and he hears the radio and then he sees like the guy at the street and then it cuts like then like he goes up anyway, wakes up, the same song plays. He's like, oh okay, and then he punches like the guy at the street that's trying to sell him. So he's like, dude, what the fuck? Why'd you punch me? He's like, no, the day's repeating. It's Groundhog Day. What do you mean it's Groundhog Day? No, it's not. It's just like, and it reveals that it's like it's only been like one day. Like, it's only one day. Like, he hasn't even done this multiple times. Only one day has passed. And he was like, oh, geez. I mean, I was planning to kill myself today. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's what makes me think, like Charles gets, like, slightly pinched by him. And he didn't really feel it. It's just like, oh, okay, this is a dream. So I'm allowed to murder everyone now.
Yep. I don't think I've seen that video.
I'll have to link it to you at some
You
point.
remember what that one was called, or?
I do not, but it's on Joel
Okay.
Haver's channel. It's not like his animated one. It's just one of his regular bits.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's probably fucking, he just gets murdered. It's not until he gets, like, shot. He gets shot once. He's like, man, I don't even know if I feel pain. Then he gets shot again. It's like, okay, I felt that one. Whoops.
Damn, that one hit.
He's like, that's gonna leave a mark.
And then the laugh track goes off. Ha 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 ha.
And the end credits plays. And he ends up getting shot in the head. And I have a question for you. Do you think, when he got shot in the head, do you think that credits were gonna roll? That was gonna be the end of the movie?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was gonna end, but no, that was
No?
another dream. Final segment is him just throwing on his rollerblades, like, yeah, no more dreaming. I'm out of here. He rollerblades backwards into the street and he gets hit by a car and dies. The real metaphor is, kids, always keep your eyes on the road. Always look both ways.
Oh.
It reveals this was a
okay.
PSA the whole time. It doesn't matter what you dream. Road safety is real. And it's important. And then the biggest plot twist of all is like, summer school, but today is Sunday. Summer school doesn't start until tomorrow. And then the fucking goofy music plays, and that's the whole fucking movie. Deathstalker theme
And then
plays.
we get the cool little drawing graphics of all of the shorts.
Yeah,
the segments.
It's pretty fun. It's a cool little thing. It's a cute little thing to have. And that's the whole thing. A lot of passion, a lot of heart, a lot of effort went into this. I really appreciate it. And it was very nice, and I really did enjoy it. 2 questions. One, how would you order? What order would you have put these shorts in? That would be my first question. Because I think, yeah, you want to put slashers last. Because that's like the culmination of everything. That's the payoff to all the other dreams.
I would definitely have Monster as the first one. Then Vampires.
Okay, so first is Monsters, then Vampires.
Then maybe Cult, Slasher, and Nazi.
Ghost Slasher, Nazi. You forgot to do Hillbilly.
Oh, Hillbilly, put that at the bottom.
Putting that one at the bottom, okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep Cult first. That's like this start. It's the most simplest dream. That's the starting one. Then the next one's going to be Nazi, because then you got this more like realistic kind of fear.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, I think you do the Hillbilly one because he tries to leave. Oops, no, now I'm here. Fourth one, I'm going to do Monster, because now you're getting to the spooky stuff. Fifth one is where he's that badass vampire killer. And then the sixth one you do Slasher because he keeps thinking, oh, I'm still in this dream. Because like the fifth one's like the realization that way I can be the hero. And then the sixth one's where he's like, you know what? I can just do whatever I want. And then that's like the escalation. That's where you hit your peak. And then you hit the last one where he's like, you know what? I think this is real life more. I'm just going to do my own thing. And then boom, hit by car. And next is, how would you rank these from worst to best? The 6 segments. Number 6 for me, I'm gonna say is the hillbilly one.
Oh wait, we weren't do. Oh wait, that wasn't the ranking of our
No,
segments
this
of the
was
segment.
the what order would you have played them in?
Oh my God! Wow, I jumped ahead a little bit
Yeah,
there.
you went too fast here. The first one
Yeah.
was like, what order would you have organized the segments, and then the second one would have been, where would you rank them?
Okay, let me do that again first. So first the segments. Shit. Yeah, cult first. Then you go Nazi, then hillbilly, monster slasher.
Okay, cult, Nazi, hillbilly, monster slasher. Wait,
Yeah.
where was the vampire though?
Oh fuck. Let's do vampire after monster. So monster, vampire, slasher.
Okay, so your order is cult, Nazi, hillbilly, monster, vampire, slasher. So
Yes.
basically mine.
Yes.
Okay,
And then the ranking, it would also be the same. That one I mentioned before.
okay. My ranking would probably be hillbilly last. Then I'll probably put cult next. Then Nazi. Then vampire. Then slasher. Then monster. That'll be my order from worst to best. And that's all I have to say about summer school.
Summer school.
Summer
Yep.
school.
I don't think I have anything else really to go off of. All right. So if we got nothing else to say, let's say what is our favorite of the two recommendations.
Well, for me, I'm easily gonna give it to summer school. A lot of passion, a lot of heart. A sleeper hit, I would say. In fact, I'm gonna say I like it so much. It's not in my top 10, but it's in my top 20. So, yeah, I'm giving
Ooh.
it the win. Jack is just a kind of just forgettable, generic, lameo kid, heartwarming
Mm-hmm.
kind of a try hard film that without Francis Ford Coppola would probably be forgotten in the echelons of these kind of
Yep.
films.
Yeah, I'm also gonna have to give it to summer school. I kind of like the charm of low budget horror that makes some attempts to try and be a little different and stand out from other ones. And I kind of it's fun when it does the whole idea of dreams within dreams, but it's all based on horror movie ideas. So it's fun, and it also does not waste your time. Like it's like a perfect what is like 86 minutes. Good, a really good runtime
Yeah,
for that
it's
kind of movie.
pretty short. Like that's another thing because with Jack, I was just like, oh my god, this is like an hour 40, and then Summer School is just perfect length.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but nice. That's a point for Summer School. Another point for the modern recommendation.
Woo!
Woo! Yippee! Yeah!
Yeah, it happened. So, on the questions now?
Yep. It's time for us to begin our questions. If you have any questions, remember to ask them so we can answer them. This time we got 5. We got a fucking the mother load, baby. We're fucking set for life right now. And we're gonna
Nice.
start with Robert, which he says, watching Alien Earth recently made me think a lot how an ending can shape the overall impression of a story. Do you think a good ending makes a movie good if the rest of it is kind of bad, and vice versa? So if a bad ending can ruin a good movie. I mean, like to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there are a fair share. Like a good ending can. I think if there's a film that's just kind of okay, a good ending can really elevate it. One that comes to mind is definitely Beware Children at Play, which is kind of our go-to with great endings. The film itself is kind of
Yes.
okay, but then when you get that ending, it really just makes everything better.
It just really excels in peak.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like a good. I don't think it's gonna like suddenly make the whole thing good. Like definitely with like some films where their ending is like a gotcha, where it's just like, oh, we were building up, but really this is what it is, and some people go like, oh my god, the ending totally changes everything about the film. It's just like, yeah, but the film's bad already. Just because it's in a new context doesn't immediately make it good. So I do
Yeah, I
think
definitely
it can
get
work
where
like that.
that's going.
In terms
What you're
of
saying there.
vice versa, where a good film can be ruined by a bad ending, it's the same thing. It can negatively affect it, but I don't think like the last 10 or 15 minutes of a film probably isn't going to ruin the other remaining like hour and a half I might have committed to it.
Mm-hmm. It just, yeah, it's one of those where like it kind of depends on how much it, I don't want to say sours the previous 90% of the movie, and then it's just, oh, we got this kind of mid-looking ending that just kind of, it hampers it a little bit, but it's still, but it's like, you got like a good 90% of something there, and then it's just kind of done with bad 10% to finish it off.
Like a film I would compare is
And vice versa
Hereditary,
with,
because I really liked Hereditary when I watched it, but I remember not being a fan of the ending of it all. And all it did was made me go
really?
like, well, I guess I'm gonna give this a 9
Hmm.
instead of a 10. Yeah, I don't know. The ending just never clicked with me. Maybe on a rewatch
Hmm.
I'll enjoy it more. But when I first saw it, I was like, everything else is great. But man, this ending's kind of dropping the ball for me here.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that one, it's been a while since I've seen it, but I kind of liked how it wraps up.
Got
I'm
any
just trying to think of like
like another
ones that
example?
have, yeah, bad endings from good movies, or vice versa, the good.
See, all I have is Nefarious Reel films on the brain because I have that Nefarious Reels rot. The Nefarious rot. It's in me.
Trying to look at what I got.
Another film with
Like,
like a bad film, good ending. Ginger Did Man 3.
mm.
The moment Hitler shows up, that's when you know, ooh, you got a banger here.
When you got a notorious historical dictator.
As long as everyone else shows up too, but like that first one is what catches you off guard.
I don't know if I would exactly say this is a good example of it, but I know people, kind of repeat this one. But Return of the King, where it just feels like it has multiple endings and doesn't know when to properly wrap up.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
I'm not one of those
it didn't really
people.
affect me on, yeah, I'm not one of those people either. I thought it never really impacted what happens before, and
I think
I
the
kind of
opposite.
like
I
what
think it
the whole
fully,
resolution was.
fully gave an epilogue to everything it needed to. Like, I don't really see what the
Mm-hmm.
fucking problem is. Like, my question is, okay, where would you end it then? You want to
If
end it where
they didn't do
Frodo's
that whole
okay?
epilogue part,
Like, yeah, I think like the whole epilogue is great. I love it.
yeah, it's amazing how it all wraps, how it
It's like
finishes
poetry. It
up everything.
rhymes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, everyone who says the epilogue is too long, yeah, you're just a hater and you're dumb.
Exactly. You got that dumb baby brain.
Yeah. Probably an example of well, not really dumb, but like a film that might be like where they tease like oh, check out the next movie. It's just like, okay, really? We're going to do this?
Oh, yes. Gotta love those ending teasers, sequel baits.
They're only good if it doesn't get continued, because then I can go, ha ha, you fucking didn't get that second one movie, idiot.
Maybe I do gotta go the Nefarious Reels route of seeing what. Man, I really cannot think of anything.
It's alright. If you want, we can move on to the next question.
Yeah, we can move on to that next one.
Alright, so our next question is Timmy, which is, why isn't Peter Griffin from Family Guy a third host on Nefarious Reels?
Because Peter
Geez,
Griffin's
Timmy,
not a real person.
I don't know. Why doesn't fucking your white beloved waifus and fucking Evangelion ever return your calls? Ever wonder that? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, Timmy.
Wow, we're
Yeah,
going with some
there we
shots
go.
fired here.
Yeah, I hate to bring it to you, but the 100 girlfriends who really, really love you, they're not real, Timmy, okay? Stop acting like they are.
Oh my. Then Jedi chose violence today.
Yeah, he's coming in here. You asking why I can't get Peter Griffin. Like, I would, I would if I could, Timmy, but I can't. I don't know why you keep fucking bringing this up to me. You taunt me every time when I bring him to Furious Reels. Timmy PMs me. He goes like, "Oh, we're gonna have Peter Griffin on," and it's just like, God damn it, Timmy. I can't do that. I want to, but I can't. Stop crushing my dreams and reminding me this horrible suffering I deal with every day of my life. Ugh. So yeah, that's
Wow.
kind of why you can't, because Peter Griffin's not real, unfortunately, so we can't have him on the podcast.
Yeah.
as our
I
third
mean, we
host.
could get Seth MacFarlane, but he's probably too busy doing other shit.
Actually,
So
we can't. He gave me a restraining order from all the emails I was sending him saying, please, please be our third host
he's
as
like,
Peter Griffin.
please be a co-host where you just do the Peter Griffin voice.
I was outside his house. I broke in multiple times.
Oh,
I
I see why
stole things from
now.
his house and sent pictures of them. He's like, if you want him back, just be a third member of the host.
If you want him back, you gotta be Peter Griffin.
And no, that didn't happen. Turns out that's actually a crime. Actually, we had to make a plea deal that I'd stop asking him the questions if he didn't press charges. Yeah. Anyway, our next question's from Landon, which are, what are some horror movies that actually scared you? Well, as a kid, I was terrified of The Night of the Living Dead because it was the first horror film my dad made me watch.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you picked a real winner with that one.
Way to go.
Yeah, way to go, Dad.
One that I do remember, like this was back, I mean, this was like in college when I was watching some other horror shit. It was, when did I watch it? It was probably, yeah, when I was like 21. Sinister actually had some pretty effective jump scares. And of course, I watched it at like 10:30 at night. I was alone in my apartment, my school apartment. Roommate was out for the weekend. Lights were off everywhere in the apartment except for in my room. And of course, once that final jump scare happens, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Now everything's dark and I don't know what's there.
You're like, poop is in my pants now. I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yep, I shit my pants. Very sad.
Trying to think films that like scared me, like as an adult. Not to sound like I'm a badass or anything, but I can't really think of
exactly.
specific things that come to mind that I was scared. They're scared of. I mean, I think of things that like scared me at the moment, but like once the film was over, I was like, that was pretty good. Hereditary is probably a good answer. Specifically, the scene in the car. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yep, I know which one you're talking about.
Midsommar also pretty good with it. Mainly that scene in the barn when she looks up and she sees the angel. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep, I know.
I guess another childhood related horror was definitely the Living Doll episode of The Twilight Zone. That traumatized me and made me afraid of dolls for like the rest of my mortal life.
Nice.
There is it's not a movie, but a horror ARG that I watched that like really freaked me out was I think it's Bond's Burgers. I think that's what it's called. I recommend checking that out if you want to get scared. Try to watch them in order. You'll have a grand old time.
Not at the moment.
Damn, fake fan. Oh, I get it. You think you're too big for online ARG horror because you just got back from watching 6 billion battles and 6,000 cattle.
Yep, exactly. I'm a tough guy.
Yeah, I'm a pretty tough guy. I've seen 6 billion battles and 6,000 cattle in theaters.
Dolby Atmos surround sound. Ground shaken with every sound bite.
Yeah, fucking no poop in my pants after watching that movie because I'm a big boy that doesn't get scared easily. Yeah, but I can't really think of much else.
I have a couple.
You have a couple? Do you want to just rapid fire them?
Sure. Original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. Perfect encapsulation of why rural Texas can be real fucking scary. Let's see. There's a couple. I'm gonna say it again. Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me. Very unsettled by that movie and how it ends. Just legitimately one of the most darkest things I think David Lynch has ever done, but it's also like, I would say his magnum opus. In my opinion, I think it's his best movie.
Oh, actually, here's a film that scares me, even though I haven't seen it and never will. Threads. Never watching that.
Just reading the premise, I'm like...
I read it, I'm like, yep, I'm never watching this, and
I'm like,
I've been sticking with that.
Cold.exe has stopped working. Reboot.
And it's like, yeah, not watching that film, and there we go. And yeah, I've been better for it.
it's one of those movies where you're just like, when's like a good time to watch it? Because it's such a mood dampener.
Yeah, it's a real mood ruiner, you know. It's a bit of a Debbie Downer of a film.
Yeah, you're just like, man, I'm having such a good day. How do I want to ruin it? Oh, let's put Threads on.
Yeah, so like, you know, I was like, I know this is gonna give me huge anxiety. I'm just not gonna do it. And yeah, right call.
Yeah, I'll just put something else on that'll make me depressed, like Fire Walk with Me.
If you're good, I will move on to the next question, which is
I'm just going through one more time just to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Yeah, no. Also, another one. One more I'll just put in there. The Descent. Now, the looking through horror. Because caves freak me out. Not like caves.
All right. I'm going to move on to the next question now, which
Cool.
is from Mattias, which is, are there any movies you can listen to without the visuals? E.g. movies you can listen to while driving. My Stepbrother's a Vampire. Let's get that one out of the way because it's the obvious answer.
You just got to talk about Peak at some point.
Yeah, you know, something like, I mean, we've already talked about My Stepbrother's a Vampire already this episode. I don't need to tell you more about how awesome it is.
I don't need to tell you more about the masterful work of My Stepbrother's a Vampire.
Yeah, exactly. The Simpsons movie, I think I've already told this story. I know I've already told this story before, but I watched that as a kid. I watched it like 10 times so I could pretty much know the script, not necessarily completely, but like if you gave me a scene to do, I can probably say some lines from it. So I could probably easily visualize. Like give me a scene to try to remember its lines from the movie.
Oh, did you want me to give you a scene?
Yeah, throw a scene at me from the Simpsons movie.
I have not seen it, so I really wouldn't have a good...
Damn, fake fan.
I never got into The Simpsons ever, so...
Yeah, well, watch it, so next time when I tell you to do it, you could say a scene, and I don't look so foolish. Something could be cheating, probably a concert movie you can probably do.
I think it depends on the type of concert movie. If it's kind of just whatever, sure. But I think something like Stop Making Sense, I think you have to actually strap in, sit the fuck down, and just watch it. It is... That was one of the best re-releases I saw in a theater.
Do you think like a documentary, like one of those like nature documentaries would be a good thing to listen to like while you're driving in a car?
That's yeah, I could definitely see. I could definitely envision that.
Or maybe like a Werner Herzog documentary, because he's that way he talks. It is I Werner Herzog, and here we are.
He does
on
have a
Nefarious
great
Reels.
voice for talking. I mean, anything really also just kind of blech, just movie-wise. One that you can like, you know, just keep the volume on. It's just something that, you know, you have as background noise and you just kind of keep the volume on.
Yeah.
That could really just be a lot of just like generic slasher horror. I mean, yeah, you might hear some gory sound effects and all that, but it's just like, eh. But I definitely would say probably nature docs would be like the best one. If there's talking. Something like Microcosmos, probably not.
Alright. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else of interest that a film that I probably would want to listen to just visually? No, nothing's really coming to mind. So then we'll move on to our final question, which is from Ben. What made both of you decide that your ideal film podcast should specifically focus on bad movies only? Well, I mean, it was really my decision. Cole had to, because I had the gun pointed to him. I was like, hey, Cole, this is what we're going to do. Okay? This is how things are going to work. And then he just had to say yes, easily.
Just smile and nod.
Yep. But at the time, I was just like, because I was interested in bad movies. I was well known for being the bad movie guy. I thought like a bad movie podcast would be kind of cool. Because I felt like, because everyone does good movies, you know, and it's just like, but there's a ton of bad movies out there that people don't talk about, you know?
Yeah, and especially now with like all the bad movies you talk about. Like, yeah, like you got like all like the more usual movie podcasts. This one's got like a nice little twist to it that we now have dug into certain depths of movies that no one probably has ever heard of, and now we've opened them up to them.
Yeah, and you know what? We've seen some bangers, we've seen some stinkers. You know, there's a lot of
We've
fun.
seen some dog shit.
Yeah, like I feel like if we just did a regular movie podcast in a sense with recommendations, we might end up covering just a lot of the same bases because it could just be a case of like, oh, I really like this movie and Jedi hasn't seen it, so I'll just recommend this and that. And then like, but with bad movies, you know, there's like a wider pool. I feel like of just you're probably gonna see something you might have never seen something like before. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but mainly for me, it was more just a sense of just like, well, I like bad movies, so I want to do a bad movie podcast. Plus, you know, there's already so many others. Like at the time, Far Off Films, they had their podcast, and theirs was like a regular podcast. So I felt like, well, we don't need another one like that on the server, for Film Club. So let's have a bad movie one instead. So that's just kind of how it all worked out.
And we're also probably the aficionados of bad movies amongst them, so.
So yeah, it just works out. But yeah, that's all our questions, so we can just move on to the final part now.
Yeah, so on to recommendations. So obviously I had the retro pick this time, turning it over now to Ninjedi. And what is your retro pick, kind sir?
All right, so I had a tough call because it's October, so I gotta recommend spooky movies, and I was kind of just being like, what should I recommend? What should I? I went back and forth. Eventually, I settled on this because I feel like, well, it's like it is October. Yeah, I have to talk about one of these films. And I thought, you know, what better time to do it than, to do it now? I had a number of them to choose from. I just chose this one because I like the title more than the other ones. And so we're doing 1999's, just right at the cusp, the edge of the retro barrier. 1999's The Killer Eye.
Oh, Takato.
Yep, we gotta do at least one.
Oh, I already have on my watch list.
Yeah, it's already on your watch list. So you're very excited for this one already.
Yep. All right. Just got it on the podcast list now, just so I remember it. All right. So my pick, obviously I am sticking with the genre, just going into horror. And I decided on a movie where we've talked about the director before earlier this year. And I mean, I know you've also seen it, but I'm also recommending this because you have been watching the Twilight movies recently. We are doing 2010's The Last Vampire on Earth.
All right. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it, so yeah, it could be interesting to see again.
It looks funny.
All right, so if you don't want to get spoiled for The Killer Eye or The Last Vampire on Earth, how about watch those episodes in advance? Hey, also, how about liking and subscribing? We think that would be kind of awesome. There's a Blue Sky account that doesn't get used you can follow. There's a Spotify account with 5 episodes on it you can listen to. You all have a good day and have a happy Morbius.
Happy Morbius. Happy Robin Williams as Jack.
Happy summer school.
Happy Francis Ford Coppola.
Happy Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Happy monsters. Happy vampires.
Happy
hillbillies.
October. Happy the monsters. Happy cult. Happy Nazi. Happy vampires. Happy hillbilly. Happy slasher. All that stuff. Happy Francis Ford Coppola. Bye-bye.
Bye.